Pranakasha live stream.
Hey folks, it's Matt from Pranakasha Productions, otherwise known as the Star Trek Cello Guy. There, that Star Trek tattoo.
Nice.
The
Very
lead
nice.
singer of the Macadamians party band, and now also the Venice Beach violin guy.
Wow. I saw something about an orchestra on your profile there.
Yeah, and president of the Octava Chamber Orchestra. And sometimes
Wonderful.
I conduct that. I conduct that now too.
Wow.
So today we have an old pal, Birke Duncan, who's been on the show several times, and actually I know Birke from my high school days. And then we have Garret Vance, which is an associate of Birke. That's his highest credential. No, no, it's actually a very well-known author. And why don't you just
I
Garret,
wouldn't say very.
let's have you introduce yourself because you've done quite a few books on such things.
Okay, well, sure. Well, my pen name is Garrett W. Vance. The W stands for Wayne, my maternal grandfather's name, and I just have the W for luck because a lot of my favorite authors had their middle initials in their names.
Any
And
relation to
I
George
write
W. Bush?
not. And don't even say JD Vance or I'll have to kill you.
Well, he doesn't. Does he have a W in there?
No,
Oh, but the
he stole
Vance.
my
Oh,
last
right. I
name.
got it. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No,
That
I don't
shows
do
how old
politics.
we
Honestly,
are.
I really don't do politics. I just
Yeah,
avoid all of it.
that's a good
So,
strategy.
yeah, I
Otherwise,
think
I
so.
mean, of
It's
course,
survival.
the reason why you do that is because whichever side you take, you're guaranteed to alienate half your fans.
Well, yeah.
So
I
just
mean, I
try
really
to
don't
avoid
care.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've seen some people do it. I've seen some people who, I don't know. See, now I'm talking about politics. Let's start
Uh-huh.
over.
All I
Tell us
said was
about
Well,
your
W.
books.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Wait, we're
Okay,
troll.
tell us
I
about
haven't.
your book.
We're trolling each other already. So let's talk about the trolls. Don't you have a book about trolls?
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah.
yes.
Well, Bert wrote the book. I supplied the audio version of the story to him.
Huh.
Right. And then later I adapted it as a radio drama, which is on the Birke Duncan YouTube channel.
And okay, just so happens I have a new show on my channel called Adam's Radio Hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for content. So we'd be happy to read your script on our show if you ever want us to do that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, and you could be a guest voice in it too if you wanted to. Both you guys could.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, maybe we
Yes.
should do
I'm,
that.
I'm up for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. So
Well,
let's hear about that. So let's hear about that book a
okay.
bit.
Well, why don't I start with how the Troll Tale got started? Is that okay, Burke? What do you think?
Yes, definitely.
The origins of the Troll Tale. All right, it was 19. I'll try to keep this brief, although I probably won't. Uh, it was 1983, and I was going out with a lovely girl named Holly,
Hmm.
my high school sweetheart. I was a year ahead of her. I had just graduated. I took her to her senior prom.
Hmm.
Really, just a great girlfriend.
This
Lovely, and
Bainbridge
we're
High
still good
School?
friends. So,
Bainbridge
in
High
case she's
School?
watching this, hi. So, Bainbridge High School, yeah. I was about 2 years ahead of Burke, and I guess you for a while.
No, because Burke
So,
was behind me. What year did you
isn't that right?
graduate?
I think I was two grades ahead of you, Burke.
Are you class of 85?
Yes, I was.
Hello?
What are
Yes.
you,
Uh-oh, everybody's
Garrett?
frozen.
Not for long. Garrett,
I was 83.
oh, okay. I was 84. So 83, 84, 85. Yay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I apologize if my connection is a bit lousy today. I don't know what's going on. I am broadcasting from rural Thailand, so it's not exactly the hub of the universe.
Hmm. Are you using Starlink?
So anyway, so Holly and I, we decided to go to Europe. That, pardon, no. I don't know what they use. It's the Thai TOT, whatever it is they do. Sometimes it's pretty good, sometimes it's not.
Taut.
Are you guys hearing me okay at
Yeah,
this
I
point?
mean it's cutting in and out a tiny bit, but it's not that
Okay.
bad.
So, all right. I'm sorry about that, Matt. Darn it. And nothing I can do about it. I've got it tweaked as tweaked can get.
All right. You'll just have to talk slow and deliberately.
If you want me to repeat anything, please say so.
All right then.
I've been told that I often repeat myself by
Hmm.
my wife. So, 1980, 84, and we decided to travel to Europe together, and we were going to bike around Europe, which is another long, hilarious story. But we started in England, learned that roundabouts are deadly. Then we took the boat over to Holland, and then we biked up through Holland to Denmark, and then we took the boat across to Sweden. So I'd been to Sweden before. I first visited Sweden in 1983, so I had some friends there. And on the way, biking from Stockholm, going westward, we were camping, and we drove bike along for a while and camp. So I found a campsite. Now it was September, and I hadn't realized how freaking cold Sweden gets in September. I
Well, of
mean, winter is
course.
already, yeah, I know. Well, Pacific Northwest, it's like Mark Twain said, his summer in Seattle was the balmiest winter he'd ever spent. So, we're freezing our asses off, but it was a lot of fun. So we get to this campsite and it's closed. I'm like, oh damn. And I, I've just recently listened to the radio plays again to refamiliarize myself with them because they're a few years old now, aren't they, Burke? When
Oh,
did you put
yes.
out Troll Tale?
Oh, that was 2005?
Yeah, yeah, it's been a while.
Hmm.
So the scene where Holly and I discover that the bathrooms are closed, that just boom, I was right back in it. I was there. It was
Hmm.
absolutely went down the way it went down. And f from there on, the whole play, I was really immersed because I felt like I was reliving the whole experience. So we uh, we camped out and we had a strange encounter that night. I don't know how much of the story do you want to hear, Matt, from the tale?
Well, so far it's quite interesting.
Okay, so we were on a little lake. Was it Lake Cillian? Was that it, Birke?
No,
You
it
remember
was,
better.
I visited later and it's Ingern, Yngern.
Right, Inger. Cillian is the bigger lake up farther
Hmm.
north. Okay. My memory ain't always what it used to be. So we nice rocky beach, a little peninsula going out. Uh, big trees. So we put the tent between some really big firs, and it started to rain. It started to get stormy. So we thought, well, we'd had dinner, let's hunker down inside. And funny thing, the whole time, that whole afternoon we were there, I felt like we were being watched. And here I guess I'm going to retell the story. So we get in the tent and the wind is blowing like I'm really shortening it up. The wind is blowing outside, and on the wind I can hear voices. And I spoke a little Swedish. I grew up, well, Port Madison, Bainbridge Island, near Paulsbo, a lot of Scandinavians there. So I was very familiar with Scandinavian culture and language. And I thought that doesn't sound right. It sounds funny. And interestingly, Burke used Finnish for these strange voices in the night, which I didn't expect. That was a good choice. It was actually sounded more like archaic Norwegian, but good choice anyway. Good artistic choice. So I heard him and they were getting closer. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So then Holly wanted to get up and go to the bathroom. I said, well, why don't you wait till morning? She said, what are you talking about? I didn't want to tell her that, I could hear these because she would think I was crazier than she already did. But she didn't hear him. So how am I doing, Burke? Am I rushing it too
Fine.
much?
Yes. No, you're not
Okay.
rambling. It's good. Keep going.
Burke's my director here. So we she gets so I'm like she gets out of the tent, and this is all captured really great with Burke's play. Uh, I'm like, "How are you doing?" She's like, "I'm fine." And she was getting we were both got a little snippy. We were exhausted. We've been biking all day for days on end, and we were just absolutely knackered. So so I was kind of worried, but I wasn't worried enough to get up and guard her. I'm just like, okay. So she gets back in the tent, and as she's getting back in the tent, I get pinched on the arm really hard, just a hard pinch. I'm like, how? Ow! God damn it, Holly. Why'd you pinch? She said, I didn't pinch you. I'm like, you did too. I was just worried about you. It's windy out there. It's stormy. Well, I'm a big girl. And we just had another argument. So she gets back in and we settle down and I'm lying on my back. And in the distance, there was a parking lot through the trees that had a light, one of those old Mercury arc light, kind of the white lights, right? And it was coming through the trees enough to show a silhouette of a creature sitting on its haunches, bipedal, sitting on its haunches at the back of the tent where our feet were, because our
No.
heads were. And I'm like, oh shit, what is that?
And it was like a
So
Bigfoot type of thing or something.
but it was about the size of I think a 10-year-old kid. It was small,
Oh, it was a
but it was
chupacabra.
absolutely hominoid, maybe, or I don't know, escaped chimpanzee from the zoo, but it couldn't have been. It wouldn't have survived out there. And it was hairy and it had, I'll never forget, it had great big long pointed ears, and I could see the filaments of the hairs coming up off of them in the backlight, but I couldn't see the face. It was all dark, and it was kind of rocking back and forth. And I'm like, okay, I got to do something. So I remembered that my flashlight uh, was right by my head. I had a really bright flashlight, so I counted to three and I reached over for the flashlight, and it launched itself past us, and we could both feel its fur brushing on us through the sleeping bags, but I could feel it on my arm because I was about half out of the bag, and it just flew out the door. And I'll never forget the
Oh, it
tent
was
flaps.
inside the tent?
Yeah, it was inside the tent.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh,
who pinched me. It
oh,
wasn't Holly who pinched me. This thing pinched me.
how did it get in?
Well, it was dark, and she was coming back in from going to the bathroom, and it just snuck in with her. It just, well, it
Hmm.
was a supernatural creature.
Could you smell
So it was
anything?
able, no, there was no smell. Now, I
Hmm.
know the Sasquatch lore, and I've heard Sasquatch. I've never seen him. I've heard the knocks and had him throw rocks at me up in the Olympics. But it was just the weirdest thing. And then it actually flew because I got out to look for tracks and there were no tracks and the ground was muddy. I could see Holly's tracks, but there were no tracks. But I absolutely saw this thing and felt it. And I'd heard it because that was what was doing the talking earlier. So Holly's like, "What the hell is that? What's going on?" I said, "I think we've been visited by a troll. It's a Skogsra. It's a forest troll." Because I love Scandinavian myth, and I grew up reading the folklore, and there was a type of troll that would lived in the forests in Sweden, and it loved to make mischief on travelers. And it was
Hmm.
mischievous. It wasn't, I never felt scared.
Oh,
It was mischievous.
like a coyote kind
And
of.
yeah, it was like that, a trickster. It was a trickster.
Okay.
And so it was like picking on the silly American kids out camping in the wrong time of year. I'm sure it had a great time. They're all laughing about it. So Holly says, "Well, what are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna do nothing. You're gonna hunt this invisible creature. I mean, this supernatural creature through the woods at night with my Swiss Army knife. Let's go back to bed." So we go back this time. Luckily, we'd been arguing, so she forgot to zip the tent shut. What if she hadn't? What if she'd zipped the tent? That would have been bounced. That they would have been bouncing around in there with us, right? Oh
Oh.
my God. So, so like there's one moment of the notes I wanted to see real. Uh, Yeah, I wanted to, okay, so that was the story. We got up in the morning and we biked away, but we never forgot that.
Okay, so this is a Scandinavian chupacabra. What's it called again?
Yeah, a troll.
A troll,
This
Scandinavian
it would
troll.
have been, well, there's lots of different types of trolls in the folklore. This was a skogsra, which were little hairy men that lived in the woods and tormented
Skogsra.
travelers.
Mhm.
Skogsra, SK, one of those O's, the umlauts, I think. SRA. Anyway, I could send it to you.
That's
I could
wild.
spell it for you. It's Skogsraa.
Skogsra.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Skogsra.
It literally means forest spirit.
Oh,
Right, right.
as opposed to a
Hmm.
forest nymph.
Yes, definitely not a nymph.
It was
Nymph.
not nymphish. It
No.
was not at all. It was not. It was very furry.
And by the way, there's a special twist in the radio play.
Go,
In
Mark.
the radio play, the narrator is actually the troll.
That's right.
Same
Oh,
actor.
Michael Leonard, a great actor. I worked with him on a show that we put on in Seattle, and yeah, that's how we met. Well, that's how I met him. How'd you meet him? Was it through me?
No, it was actually through Bob McAllister.
Oh, there you go.
Michael came to an audition for a rock opera version of the Book of Job, and
Oh, that sounds good.
he was cast in the role, several roles, in fact. And when people saw him outside of the theater, they do double takes and say, "Wow, great job," because he's very charismatic. And here's something else. My older brother used to sketch him in figure drawing sessions in Seattle before either of us knew him.
Ted.
His older brother, who stole my identity at the Art Institute of Seattle after I left, told them he was me and got into the art thing free. A little
Yes.
side
I
note.
didn't even know that Ted was into visual art.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah, yeah.
He's quite an artist.
Really?
He's actually very good.
Yes.
See, I always knew him as the neighborhood ping pong player that no one could beat.
Yes. Well,
Oh, I
that's
I
didn't
because
know
never
he
once
was,
that.
beat him. I almost beat him
yes.
once, but that was an almost.
Well, he was also a tennis champion on the high school team.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Right, right.
interesting.
Yep, yep.
Yes.
Well, I don't want
Oh,
to go on
I
too
want to
far of a
say
tangent, but is there
one more. Well, I want one more word about the Troll Tale. I did want
okay?
to say kudos to Ann Wilkinson,
Oh,
who
Anne.
was also one of our classmates, our,
I know
our, our
Anne.
schoolmates. She did a
Hmm.
bang. Oh, do you? She did
Yeah,
a
she
bang
rode
up
on my
job as
bus.
Holly. Oh, how about
Yeah.
that? Okay. So, so Anne and I did a lot of theater together. We were the stars of the 1983 spring musical. So,
Really?
I was in it.
yeah, he was in it. He was you were somebody's father? No, who were, yeah, you were
Yes,
the
I was,
father?
but I was also I was someone's father, but I was the mayor of Sweet Apple, Ohio. That's
Yeah.
where,
Oh,
remember,
right, right.
where Conrad Birdie is coming? It was
Yeah.
Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, I saw Bye Bye. I saw the Bainbridge Island version of Bye Bye Birdie,
Yes.
Well,
but
that
that
was
was that
me.
you were Birdie.
No, no, no.
I was no, I was Albert, the
Oh,
manager.
cool.
Yes.
I got to
So that
sing
was
this will come out tomorrow, and oh, was that the one? Is it
No,
that or
no,
is it?
you
no
Yeah,
sang Put
Bye
on a,
Bye Birdie.
no,
So
that's
that
from
was
Annie. Put on a happy face or something like that.
so
that's
Bye
right.
Bye Birdie. I think was like in maybe 1981 or 1982.
That was
It was
83.
83.
Yes.
Huh? How can that be?
Yeah,
Because it must have been early '83. Because I
it
thought
was the
I'd moved to
spring
Seattle by
musical. I
then.
mean,
Huh?
maybe you came back to for the
Hmm.
star power.
Unless maybe they did it a few years before that. Because I know I saw Bye Bye
Not that
Birdie on Bainbridge.
not
Hmm.
well, BHS might have done it at some point, but
We
I
did.
don't know.
That was BHS.
Okay,
Bainbridge High.
that's the
Did,
one I
did they?
saw. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. And then, oh, yeah, that was quite an experience. And so was
Wow.
the troll. The reason I picked Finnish is because Finns have a magical reputation
Yes,
Oh, there you go.
Suomi.
because they're not actually Scandinavian per se. They were originally more like Hungarians.
Really?
They were the Altaic language group from the
Yes.
north. They actually that language actually has some relation to Japanese
Oh,
across the north of yeah, Eurasia. There's overlap in the languages. So
interesting.
Hmm.
there's some words in Finnish that sound Japanese to me. I speak Japanese. And
Oh, wow.
there are actually some linguistic connections.
Hmm.
Interesting. Well, before I want to hear about this.
Anyway,
I want
yeah,
to hear
go
about
on
this
quick.
book of Job rock opera. Did that
Oh,
ever go
that's
anywhere?
another. I was just helping out with that, like as assistant to the producers. I was more like an errand boy, but that's how I met Michael and cast him in radio plays, such
Interesting.
as A Long Vacation. He narrated that.
Okay.
And did
Now,
a
Garrett,
great job.
now you see, he wrote that as a creative writing assignment. Before then, 1993 was when you went to the resort that inspired Aojima.
Yep,
Aojima
that's
is
right.
the fictitious setting.
Hmm.
Miyake-jima is a real
Hmm.
place in Japan, and Aojima was closely based on it.
Yes.
I don't suppose you've ever been to
The
Matsumoto.
pardon?
I don't suppose you've ever been to Matsumoto.
I know I've heard of that, but I haven't been there, no.
Okay.
I
I
was
have.
living in Yokohama at this
Okay.
time. I've lived in I went to Japan twice. The first time I lived a year in Aichiken down by Nagoya, and the second time I lived 2.5 years in Yokohama
Wow.
with about 2 years in between. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, this is well, are we going to go to long vacation now? Is
Sure.
that what we want
Please.
to do? Okay, so a long
Let's.
vacation. Um, I was a young dude. I went to Japan to chase Japanese girls. So I was heavily into skin diving. Free diving. I had a snorkeling, all that. So I decided I'm going to take my holiday. I was teaching English, and I took my summer holiday, to get. I rode the Tokai line. It's an old-fashioned passenger ship down to Miyakejima, and I spent a week diddling around in on the island and going snorkeling. And a lot of the things that happened in the story and in the opera opera, yeah, oh boy, in the radio play were things that really happened. Like I got a really bad sunburn. I had a
Ooh,
terrible sunburn,
just
so I
like
had to
me.
move out.
See that?
Oh God, the Nords, Nordic people
Hmm.
burn. So
So
we
anyway, you got, yeah.
yeah. So I got sunburned, so I had to give up camping. I was camping in a little national park beside the water, and I went and I stayed in the inn that is the basis for the inn in the story. And the lady there was very nice. She was not Tomo, she was an older woman, but she was very kind to me, and I was really bad. I was in bad shape. And I spent the next 4 days lying in bed, and she would bring me various salves from the town. And it just was a horrible vacation. It was a long vacation. The first 2 days were fantastic, and the rest just sucked. So that was how a long vacation, the story was born. Well, of course, a lot of things. I never met Satsuki. I met some girls, but nothing happened, right? No romance. No romance when you're sunburned. So that was where that got started. What do you what should we say about it, Burke? About the play?
Well, then you came back from Japan to get your degree in English, even though you'd already been a professional teacher in Japan. Now you needed a degree. And we were riding the bus
Well,
together. Hmm?
I made a fake one to teach in Japan.
Oh, fair enough.
And they accepted it.
Lecture set.
Yes. Well, anyway, we were commuting together a lot because I was in graduate school in the Scandinavian department. You were taking a creative writing class that term. We were riding the bus together. You told me about the story you were writing. I was transfixed. And by the end of the bus ride, I thought my hair had turned white. And you said, "Do you think that'll work?" I said, "Yes, it'll work." And then I read the story, which was vivid. I mean, it was
I
like
have a
it was like being in the water with you or with
that's,
Ray, the hero of the story.
thank, thank thank you, Burke. Stephen Wolfe, the professor, thought so too. He gave it high marks.
Yes. And then
Yeah,
after a while,
it was a pretty good yarn. You
yes.
know, I've given it a subtitle since then, A Long Vacation. The subtitle, I borrowed this. Well, Spider Lilies, I called it that sometimes. That was the original working title based on the flowers that grow in the graveyards at the Buddhist temples. Those are spider lilies. So I call it, I have this little thing at the bottom says under the title, Being a Ghost Story of Obone, which comes from Dickens' Being a Ghost Story of Christmas. The
Hmm.
uh the
A Christmas
So I
Carol.
thought that was kind of fun. Obone is the season that the story took place. Yeah, Christmas Carol, right. I almost remembered it. I have memory issues. So it's not like Indiana Jones said, it's not the years, it's the mileage.
Miles. Yep.
Uh, so that was kind of fun. I've added that on, and we're actually gonna redo. I've rewritten. I'm about to, pardon me, I'm about to rewrite A Long Vacation. I finally found the original file from the class, and I have Burke's script, which is excellent. I assisted on that a little bit.
You did. Yes.
Pardon me, I have a bit of a cold. I have lemon tea, and
So do I.
it's never actually been published. The original story has never actually been published. Well, now I'm a writer professionally, so I'm going to revamp it, fix it up. I'm going to rewrite the original story more so the plot more closely follows the script. It already does, but I'm put the two together and make something new, and that's going to be part of the. I'm going to do some self-publishing. I have two other stories set themes, and I'm going to make the basically three novelettes into a novel and see if I can sell that.
Fun.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Excellent.
It's fun to revisit it after all these years. Yes, it is. And
Yes.
Burke, of course, will be my first reader.
Yes, that's right. See, we won the Ogle Award for fantasy audio play back in 2005. And then
Yep.
when Garrett was moving to Thailand, he left the original story in my custody. And I thought, well, I can't publish this because I'm not a publisher, and I can't rewrite it as a story because it's his story. I c- I don't have enough money to make this as a motion picture. So the only thing left is radio drama. So I got together with,
Brilliant. Well, you'd already done one.
well, no, this was my first radio drama. And I got together with
Oh,
some of the
this is the
people.
first, and Troll Tale came after.
Yes. Most of the people in this play were
Okay,
in
I
Joe.
remember now.
Yeah, most of the people in this pl radio play were in Joe Bean or involved in Joe Bean.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Michael was several characters in that play. Ann Wilkinson helped produce the play. And Marie Rubin, who plays Tomo, was an actress in the play. And as for the kids in the scene before the climax, the children who are afraid of the hero because he's sunburned, one of those
I,
girls was in
I,
Joe Bean. And the rest of the children were her siblings. She was 9 years old. And the only one who was not involved in Joe Bean in any way was the guy who played Ray. That was Ben Babcock, who also played you in The Troll Tale.
Yeah, he nailed me. He even sounded like me to my ears. He
Yes.
had the right inflections.
Hmm.
And we've never met.
Right. But I prepared him for the role by showing him pictures of
Good
you
choice.
from a high school annual.
Oh God, the poor man. Uh,
All right. So Troll
This,
Tale, Long Vacation, and there was one more book too. What was the other one?
the other play
Riders
is
of the Three-Toed Horse.
right. I read that, scared the living daylights
The
out of
Ride of the
me.
Little Riders.
Yes. As I was reading it,
Music to my ears.
I could hear it in my mind, the shrieks of the demon riders.
Yeah.
Well, you nailed that in the sound effects. That you made me scared when I was listening to it. Like, oh, the little.
Y-
Okay. All right. Shall we tell them the story?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
All right,
Yeah.
man. We'll jump in anytime, Bert. Basically, this was something I wrote when I was working for Jim Bain's Universe magazine. I was the art director for 1 year before they closed down. And it was a good opportunity to get a story in there. So I did, and I wrote this, and they loved it. So basically, it's based on experiences I had growing up in Eastern Washington. I lived in Eastern Washington from age 5 to about, 14, I think it was. And it was out on the Columbia River in between the Priest Rapids and the Wanapum Dam. It was very wild country at that time. It wasn't all orchards and little. The story takes place in. It has a lot of things in common with it. It has a dam. It has bridges and over the river. The Columbia River becomes the Incense River. And what I did was I extrapolated on an imaginary where you could go to other dimensions. And you don't know that at first, although there's hints at it when he can't find the road in. He has a hard the professor. Boy, I'm really botching this one, Burke. Maybe you should take it.
Well,
The professor who Burke portrays in the play is sent to Agate County to do a mineral survey.
yes, and when he gets
You
there,
go, Burke.
yes, he meets the game warden, Buck Lopez. And for that role, I cast Bob McAllister, who had directed us in high school plays. And when Bob said, "How do I do this part?" I said, "Just do your best,
A
Chief
good
Dan
friend.
George." Because one of Bob's favorite movies was Little Big Man, for which Chief Dan George was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. So that's all the preparation he needed. And Bob was great fun to work with because
He
he'd
was
he'd say things
always
like,
was.
yeah, he'd say, "Why don't we do the line this way?" And I'd say, "That's much better." We had my friend Frank Jacobson playing the leader of the elders who does the chant. When Elias gets to Agate County
Yeah.
and meets Buck, a group of elders have to come out and do a chant around him with incense. They're trying to protect
And
him
they're
from
wearing
the,
masks.
yes, and masks, and they're protecting him from local spirits.
Okay, the great line is he says, "Wow, that was really that was an interesting welcoming story and ceremony." And Buck says, "That wasn't a welcoming ceremony. That was meant to protect you."
Yes, and only from their spirits, because there are some other mysterious elders who also come in, and they're the ones who
3, or
walk
is
in
it
the
4?
sand. Yes,
Walk in the sand with no shoes.
right.
They're immortal, basically.
Yes. When
All
we
right.
and we all those of us who did the chanting, it was Kevin Veach, the director, Frank Jacobson did most of the chanting, and I did some as well. And Frank really got into it, jiving around, swaying to it. And I
It
kept
was
sa
really creepy to listen to.
yes, and I kept saying to Kevin Veach, turn up the volume on Frank. Frank has a very deep voice. And
It was great.
I didn't just play those characters of one of the chanters and Elias. I was also the main demon shrieking voice.
Were you? Okay.
Yes, that the high-pitched one, the really high-pitched, that was me. I did a full
Creepy as
body,
hell.
yeah, I did a full body scream on that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
That
Kevin
gave me the
Veach,
will of the willies.
well, the part where Elias sees them playing with a human skull.
All right, we better back up a little bit.
Yes.
Uh, well, are we going to spoil this? I don't think it matters. Spoilers don't matter
We're
here.
not going to give away the ending, but
Right.
we are going
What
to, well, we want
we're
people to
okay with
listen
that?
to it. Yeah, just
Right.
we're going to, how
He's
he
been
discovers.
Elias has been warned by Buck Lopez, who's the game warden, to stay on the map. Okay. So of course he wanders off the map and he discovers this village across a narrow canyon. So he's on one side of a narrow canyon and they're on the other, and he's watching these kids playing, and he realizes they're not children; they're dwarves of some kind, and they have really big heads, and they have round pitch black eyes like a tarsier or one of those primates do, and a mouth full of teeth, and they look at him and point at him. He's like, "Oh shit!" So he's on the run. So they're hunting him, and he realizes the three-toed horse is actually a prehistoric animal. So that's what they're riding on.
Sort of like a
They are
dinosaur.
actually from another dimension. Yeah, yeah, they're the three-toed horse, not Eohippus, Merychippus, which were a North America. Horses evolved in North America.
Oh,
So
okay.
these cats, yeah, so these cats are riding on Merychippus, which are about the size of a pony and striped and have these extra toes. So then that's when the chase begins because they're cannibals. They want to eat Elias, and he's on the run through the desert.
Hmm. That's right.
Yeah,
And Kevin
I'll
Veach
stop there.
supplied Kevin Veach supplied the cackling of one of the monsters and sounding like a crow.
Hmm.
Oh, it was really creepy. You really nailed it.
Hmm.
Yeah, one thing about going back to Bob McAllister, he was a good friend to us. He was our teacher, but he was more than that. He was a mentor to me. I think Burke feels the same way. And when I I hadn't heard the play since the first time I heard it, I think he was still alive, wasn't he, Burke?
Yes.
Right. Well, I'm saying, I mean, of course he was. He was in it, but that was the first. This is the first time I'd listened to the play since Bob had passed away, and I did get really emotional when I heard him come in. I had to actually stop the playback and go, oh, "Okay, it's going to be Bob's voice," because I love the man, and so it was really a bittersweet moment when I heard Bob's voice from beyond after all those years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. I know. I've had experiences like that. Where, like a friend of mine, his wife passed away from cancer, and like
Hmm.
Oh no.
years later, or not years, but like several months later, if you called his house, the voice message would still be his wife
Hmm.
because he couldn't
Oh
take it off.
yeah.
So I'd hear her voice, and it was like she was alive again. Because they were both friends of the family, and she was, I mean, she was only like 59 years old too. She was
Hmm.
quite young.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
I have to, you know what that's like. And Bob McAllister, he was pretty young when he passed away too, right?
Well, he was 73.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. He looked
Okay.
younger.
All right.
He was young at heart, that's
That's
for
Okay.
sure.
true. Yes.
Of course, we're all getting up there. 73 doesn't sound that far away anymore.
I know. I turned 60 last month, so I'm
Yeah, I'm
on the
pushing
way.
60. So, yeah, interesting. Oh boy, crazy times. So, how long have you been living in Thailand?
I think we're 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while. It goes so fast.
Wow.
Yes.
And your wife, did you meet your wife in Japan?
Nope, she is Thai,
Oh, cool.
and I met her at I call it the Regal Prawn, the Royal Palm Thai restaurant in Roosevelt. I don't even know if it's there anymore. She was a student at the University of Washington, and I was a lad about town, and I would eat there all the time. And she came in, and we started talking, and we realized we could both speak Japanese.
Oh,
So that was kind of the connection. And we hit it off, and she invited me out on the first date. She took me on a
mm.
picnic at Green Lake. So that was how we met. And
Green
then
Green Lake in Seattle?
we were yeah, Green Lake in Seattle. Yeah.
Okay, I know that place.
Yeah.
I walk around it with a friend of mine.
So
Actually, you guys probably know him. Do you know Jeremy
that's fun.
Box? You know who Jeremy Box
Yes.
is?
A familiar
Yes.
name.
Jeremy and
An
I walk
Islander.
around.
Yeah.
We walk around Green Lake every Monday morning at 5 a.m.
Hmm.
Oh,
This Monday I
wonderful.
didn't because it was too
Okay.
cold and I had a sore throat, but typically yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's not the nicest time of year.
yeah.
Well,
Got to
it
be pretty
can be
hardcore.
October, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. Wow. So you met in Washington and then hightailed it
Yeah,
to
well,
Thailand.
she said, "Do you want to go live in Thailand?" I said, "Fuck yeah." Well, it was February. I'm like, "Let's go."
Wow. Yeah, I hear so many good things about that place. I know my mom, when she was alive, she and my stepdad would go there a lot and vacation there a lot. And
It's a
heck,
wonderful place. I love Thailand.
yeah.
The
Oh, I want
Thais
to
have
go.
treated me very well, and it's a great culture. It's great food. They're very gentle.
Hmm.
It's just a nice place to be. I mean, every country has its problems, but no place is perfect. But Thailand is pretty close in
Yeah.
my idea. Yeah.
So I mean, what runs the economy? Just the tourism?
Oh no, it's highly agricultural, and they are now getting more into manufacturing. They have Japanese auto parts plants and things like that, and they're making
Okay.
chips and all that stuff. But where I live in a completely well, not completely, but mostly agricultural area. We have 17 acres of forest that is surrounded an island, a forest surrounded by a sea of tapioca and sugar cane.
Oh,
I used to
wow.
sing sugar cane fields forever, and we're like the last forest. So we've made it into a nature preserve.
Hmm.
We think of it as a sanctuary, and we're thinking about seeking some funding for that.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
I'll I'm just yeah, well. Papa could use some extra money. So we're gonna see if we can make a little bank on that. We're having a hard time keeping it up because well, that's a long story. So it's there's several endangered species that live here of birds and lizards, and there are also some highly endangered trees that are growing here. So we have a good chance to maybe make something kind of official out of it,
Huh.
which would be really nice. I'd like to. We're a childless couple. We didn't have any kids, so I'd like to see Bon Mawa go on to future generations. Otherwise, they'll just come in and log it and plant more tapioca.
Hmm.
I'd like to prevent that.
Hmm. Do they have
I am a naturalist.
are people in Thailand, are they putting up like solar farms and things like that now?
Solar is growing in popularity, but I don't know about farms yet. I don't know. Probably.
Interesting. Wow.
It'd be a good place. So, well, half the year though it's cloudy. We have a rainy season. We have the monsoons here.
Ah.
So I don't know. Our house is solar powered.
Oh,
We are
cool.
off the grid. We live far enough out away from the roads that we have a well and we have solar power. And there's a big diff fan shuts off. Like, oh, God damn it. We don't get power all night, but the rest of the year we do. So, and it's free, which is nice. Except when the inverter catches on fire and I have to replace the whole system, then it ain't free.
Right.
The
Oh,
things they don't tell
I
you
hate it
about
when that
solar.
happens.
Oh yeah, that happened.
And then
That
do you
happened a
have
couple
so
of years
how
ago,
you have some
which is
kind of
why we're broke now.
you have some kind of battery backup system for nighttime, or is that how it works?
Yeah, we do. We do. Yeah, we have batteries. So we collect solar energy all day, and then the batteries run most of the night on sunny. Well, they run all night on sunny days, most of the night on cloudy days. But we adjust. I grew up hiking and camping, so replaced all the we had the place rewired the last time we had this is the third time the inverter is blown up on me. So this time we had the place rewired with 12 volt with DC. So the lights and everything run on that. Only
Oh,
the
interesting.
things like the computer, the computer runs on 220, but everything else is on that DC. So we have lights all night now. I used to have to I was buying candles and had lanterns and shit for a couple of years.
hmm
Wow. Can you
So we're not
run
roughing it
12?
too hard.
So on 12 volts, you can run wires. Isn't there like a maximum distance you can run a wire at that at lower voltage or anything like that?
Well, I am not the guy. My wife is smarter than me, and she handles all of that. I'm the artist. She's the engineer.
Oh,
Uh, we have a flat roof where with a building on top of it that is that's the battery shack. Well, we have a John up there, and then we have the battery shack. So the battery wires just come straight down through the floor into the house. So it's not that far.
oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. The battery shack is just above my head over here.
oh, very good.
And the solar panels are up on top of the roof. On top, we have the solar panels up off the rooftop where we walk around and can party, right?
Now
It's
they got they have
the roof garden or
they have
the
mon
carport roof. And so they're up there.
and they got monkeys in Thailand, right?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's monkeys in Thailand, right?
Thank God, not where we are.
Okay.
Oh, not where we are. Oh,
Because I was gonna say they probably have a
I
fun time attacking all your solar
we don't
panels and
want
stuff.
monkeys. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're farther north. Well, they're around, but this area, I think I know what happened to them. The farmers around here are no nonsense, and monkeys are very destructive. So any monkey that comes around here is going to go blammo. Sorry, but
Okay.
it's just as well because I love animals. I love monkeys, not in my yard.
Right.
They're terribly destructive and a little dangerous.
Right.
One moment,
So thank
please.
God we have no monkeys. Oh,
I'll be
Birke
right
has
back.
to leave us.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about
So
monkeys
yeah.
without Burke. Like I had a friend who lived in.
Ah! You ever seen a monkey's fangs? I mean, Jesus Christ. They're monsters.
Well, I had a friend who lived in. I think he was in Delhi, or some town in India, and he was renting a house, and for a week it was under siege by monkeys. They just the whole ton of them decided to attack his house. He was too afraid to go outside. He just stayed inside until they finally left.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh my God.
So
Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. There's lots of video in the news of housewives in Thailand chasing around with brooms and they're throwing things at them. And oh my God, it's they're monkey business.
yeah. So they've
They are
got
up to shenanigans.
That would be like the that certain type of troll in Thailand. They're called
Yeah, well,
monkeys. Macaque
they're a macaque.
monkeys, right? Yeah. So they're not that big, right? They're just quite aggressive.
They are, and
Well,
you,
they can be
yeah.
aggressive, yes.
Oh, I've seen them too. I went to Monkey Mountain when I visited you in Thailand, and they
Oh,
are
did you? Oh
aggressive.
God.
Yes. They swarmed all over a pickup with bananas in the back.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And
Well,
my
they
guide,
stole Mocha's water bottle. They just walked up to her and grabbed it and ran away. And she's like, "My water bottle."
yeah. Well, they also steal the glasses right
And
off
then
your
and
face.
then it jumped up on top of a big rock and looked at her and opened it and drank it. She's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
It knew what it was doing.
Hmm.
The closest thing I have to monkeys around here are squirrels. So they do
Oh, the
get up to
gray
mischief.
squirrel.
They get
Yeah,
into a lot of mischief.
they do. They do. They do. I remember those. They're so
Hmm.
cute.
They
I have
are cute, but
raccoons.
We have
I got
squirrels, but
raccoons
they
too.
just stay out in the trees. Oh, they're the little tricksters. They're the trolls. Those little hands.
Yes.
I have a photo of I call it the world's largest hummingbird. It's one of those hummingbird feeders with the red juice in it, way
Right.
out on a pole, out over the third floor of my folks' deck. I went back when they lived in Hood Canal, and there's a raccoon hanging upside down from this pole, drinking the thing.
The sugar water.
God. Yeah, they're
That's
so nimble.
dedication.
They're like monkeys. They are kind of like a monkey.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, when I visited Garrett, we rode elephants.
Ooh,
That was interesting.
you can't see it, but right above my head, outside of the frame, is a one of those batik sort of mural things of a bunch of elephants that I got from India.
Oh, cool. Oh, neat.
It's right there.
They're wonderful creatures.
Yeah.
I love elephants. When I was in Africa, we went to Etosha National Park in Namibia,
Namibia.
and our
I know
guide,
that place.
Namibia, love. Do you know Namibia?
Well, my
Lovely
ex-girlfriend was
country.
from Namibia.
Oh, ex-girlfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
ever get to go?
No, it wasn't meant to be. But she
Uh,
told me
I
all
do
about it.
recommend it.
And I learned a little bit
Yeah.
of a Shwambo, which is the native language besides
Oh,
Afrikaans.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
so tell us about Namibia.
Oh, well, in the funny part was we're in the ocean, we're driving around in a Toyota Land Cruiser, and I had a local guide who's very cool, Martin, and he took us out for a week uh, of camping and safari, basically. So super cool dude. He was Kung Fu Jones. He's about 9 feet tall, and he had a cool fro, and he was ex special forces.
Ooh.
So he was the greatest guide ever. People would come up to like try to swindle us, and when we were parked in cities and stuff, it's it happens. And he would walk over and go, "May I help you?" And they'd see him and they'd just evaporate. So he was our guardian. So he was scared of elephants, and we were driving along this little road through the national forest park, and there's some woods on the right and an open area to the left. And here they came around the corner right in front of us. And he just stopped the car and went, uh-oh. And he started flashing the lights. So I did this. I went like this, oh, elephants. He says, stop moving. They'll see you. I'm like, no, no, this is speaking their language. And they looked at me and they did it back. And then they got off the road because
Wow.
I knew elephants. I lived in Thailand. I knew what elephants do.
Oh,
So he's like, "What? I learned in Thailand. That's what the mammoths do. Those kind of movements." So then I have video, which I will spare you unless you want to see it. I'll send it to you, of
yeah, I
a
can believe.
bull elephant letting loose to have a piss. And I swear to God, his schlong was the size of a Yule log. I mean, it was. It was enormous. And the piss came out like it was shot from a cannon. And my narration was, well, you don't see that every day. So it was a lot of Namibia was wonderful, really fun.
Very good.
Oh, the last elephant joke. He was scared of elephants, so we were staying in a place, a campground that was famous for having elephants visit sometimes, and we're a little bit wasted. And he's walking in front of me up the trail to the campsite, and I went, and he jumped about 10 feet in the air and turned around, and I'm just like, and he looks at me, he says, "You are a very bad man."
How about when you visited the Bushmen?
Oh, that was fun. I'll never forget. They took me on a little hunt, right?
Okay.
Mochi wisely stayed back at the village. So they took me on a hunt. And what I remember of the hunt is, and they gave me a little bow. I still own the bow. I have the bow. I bought it. And they gave me a little bow, and I'm running along with my little arrow. And what I mostly remember is seeing their bare asses through the foliage running in front of me, and then the thorny tree branches hitting me in the face as I was trying to follow them. We didn't catch anything. So then, and they said, "You're so noisy. You scared all the game away." I'm like,
Oh
"I'm
yeah.
a big fat white guy." So we get back to this is my greatest comedic moment. I told them that the village. I said, "Well, it's my fault that we didn't get anything. They thought I was an elephant, and it scared all the way the game." Oh, I cracked up the whole village. It was the funniest thing they'd ever heard.
That's funny.
That was
Very
fun.
cool. Now, were
They were
these
lovely people. They were very sweet.
were these type of Bushmen that when that their language has clicks and pops in it?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So like the
Yeah.
guys from The Gods Must Be Crazy. Remember that
They were
movie?
exactly those guys,
Oh, cool.
except that in reality, they mostly just wear Western clothes. But
Oh,
these guys dressed up in the native stuff to take me on the hunt.
okay. Interesting. Very cool.
Really nice people. They
Very
were so
cool.
cool.
Oh, all right. Well, how should we wrap it up?
Up to you guys.
You have had
And
many fascinating experiences, and you've gone to wild
As we both
places.
have. Birke is also well traveled. He's been around a lot of places in Europe I've never been.
Hmm.
And you went down to the Middle East too. I mean,
hmm,
we're travelers by at heart.
Yes,
very exciting.
And he came to visit me, of course.
that's right.
One of three people I know.
So, Garrett, if
Yeah,
I were to get myself to Thailand, would you do you have a guest room where you could put me up or a couch?
I do, but I'd have to have some time to prep because it's full of cats right now, and it's not really very nice.
Mhm.
Honestly, you'd probably be better off to get a little rent a room nearby than actually stay in a house, which would be cost you like $10 a night.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah, pretty
Airbnb type of
cheap.
thing.
Yeah, they have those here. I don't know what the prices are now, but I could do it. We could do it. As long as you don't mind a little bit of a camping feel. Okay,
Sure.
it's it's not the Ritz Carlton, but yeah, I'd love
Okay.
to have you. All are welcome.
Okay.
It's might not be the most exciting area. I mean, come and spend a few days, and we'll take you around, and then you probably want to go somewhere fun like the beaches.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love to have you.
Okay.
I'll clean that room up for you. You can come. Yeah, you can stay. We'll fix that up for you.
It's a deal.
All right. Looking
Very
forward
cool.
to it. Oh, best time of year is the winter season where you are like December through February. That's the best time of year when
Okay.
it's not raining so much.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's cooler.
I'm going on a Star Trek cruise in February. December's coming up pretty quick.
Well, there's always next year. I'm
gears are
not
turning,
going
yeah.
anywhere. I'm a lifer.
There you go.
I'm a lifer. I'm going to be here. I built this house and I'm going to die in it.
There we go.
In about 20 years.
Now they're not going to do one of those things where they put your body in the dining room table with glass over the top of it or anything like that.
Oh, Jesus. Some of the people around here do that for a period of time before they take him to the temple and burn him. But I'm going to skip that part. Just burn me, baby.
Okay. Good plan. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get it several more decades out of your current earthly existence before that point.
Look, come on over. Just keep, now you know me now. You got my email. Just stay in touch. And when you want to come.
Sounds good.
Bring money.
Cool. Well, I'm bringing Birke for sure.
Thanks.
So, very good. All right, you guys know enough about Star Trek to do this thing.
I'm a Trekkie, man. You bet I am.
Then you can lead us in prayer. In the
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, Garrett, and Birke as well.
Pranakasha production. Fantastic creations emerging spontaneously from the space of life.
For the benefit of all beings everywhere.
Needs more cello.